Battle of the Network shows. Join Rick Brooks and Mike Kogel as they explore the TV of the 70s and 80s through hand-picked episodes of their favorite and not-so-favorite series.
To another Battle of the Network shows bonus episode, and this week we've got a new game.
Yes, going to do something a little different this time. Many times in these games I have been on the hot seat, but the tables are turning today, Mike.
It's already warming up.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
It's starting to sweat a little bit, but don't worry. Hopefully this will be entertaining.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll have a little fun with it, and I think the listeners might as well.
All right.
This is a game I like to call the Fame Game.
The Fame Game.
This is an homage, if you will, to Sale of the Century, which we covered in a previous episode.
Does that mean I might win some money?
You might. There's a chance. You'll win respect and admiration.
Oh.
And you can't put a price on that game.
Yeah.
That's much more valuable than money or something that's so base as a new refrigerator or something.
Maybe some rice-a-roni.
Oh, that's possible. Some turtle wax, maybe.
Yeah.
And Face the Music also had sort of a similar kind of concept. But here's how the game works, Mike, if you choose to accept. And I hope you do, because otherwise this is going to be a lame episode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a series of clues. And after each clue, you don't have to, but there's going to be a figure of the Battle of the Network shows era. Mm-hmm. And the idea is that you will try to guess the identity of this individual. Now, I think some of the clues are going to be a little hard, more obscure maybe, and then they'll get maybe a little bit more revealing as the game goes on.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have a guess, you don't have to have a guess for each one, but I'll give you the opportunity after each clue to guess some kind of figure, we'll say, from this era.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
And then just say pass if I don't want to.
Yeah, you can say that, or you can say some other code word, or I'll get the idea, hopefully.
Okay.
All right, so here we go with the Fame Game, and this is untimed, fortunately. There's no clock, so you can take your time. All right, the game starts now. The first clue in the Fame Game. I was born on a day that ended in Y.
I'm going to pass.
Okay, understandable.
The fact that I had to think about that.
Yeah.
Even.
Well.
It's not a good sign.
Okay, that's all right. They start out kind of difficult.
Yeah.
It would be impressive.
All right.
If you were able to get it on that clue.
Yeah.
Right, second. I was born with 2 hands and 2 feet.
Pass.
Okay, that's a little bit, narrows it down a little bit, but
a little
still, there's a lot of, okay. I was once nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor.
Pass.
Okay. See, if we were playing for actual money,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to give, the easy clues right away and have you win like $10,000.
Oh, of course not. No.
My first credited role on a TV show was a bit part on Owen Marshall, Counselor at Law, in 1971.
Pass.
Fifth clue. I showed up as Jimmy on the Paul Lynde Show in 1972.
Pass.
I once guested on Fantasy Island, playing a man who goes back in time to Tin Pan Alley to find the songs written by his grandfather, who was played by David Cassidy.
The grandfather was played by David Cassidy.
Yes, the grandfather was played by David Cassidy.
Sean Cassidy?
Not Sean Cassidy. Not Sean Cassidy. We'll go on to the next clue. A close relative invented something that saved countless number of lives.
Pass.
I myself invented and marketed a product that I hope also saves lives.
Pass.
This is grueling, but we're halfway there.
Okay.
It's tough. It's tough on the hot seat under these
It
lights.
is.
Now you know how I feel some of these games.
Right,
sometimes.
yeah.
I was a frequent guest on the mid-1980s game show Body Language.
Pass. I don't know that game show.
It was basically a charades kind of game. Number 10. I once directed a CBS school break special starring Dermot Mulroney as a high school drug addict.
Pass.
Though known for my acting, I am an accomplished singer.
Greg Evigan.
Excellent guess, but not Greg Evigan. Very sorry, we'll continue on with the game. I performed Mac the Knife on an early Dolly Parton variety show.
Bert Convy.
Ooh, I would love to see that, but not Bert Convy. Not Bert Convy. I was a regular on an iconic and long-running TV series. Listeners, you can be playing along at home
Pass.
too. I appeared as that same character on 3 other famous TV series.
Oh. Sherman Helmsley.
Not Sherman Helmsley. Not Sherman Helmsley. We'll continue. Several more clues here. 2 more clues. After that series, that long-running series, I was a frequent director on shows like Melrose Place and 90210, as well as Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Charmed. And on at least one of those shows, he did show up as that character he was famous for.
Pass.
I have been known to get your blood pumping.
Pass.
That is all the clues I have. I think. This was a tough one. Would you like me to reveal it, or maybe I'll give you maybe one more final clue. This is tough because I purposely avoided giving any specific clues, but it's somebody we've talked about. It's somebody that is an actor who was on a show that we covered. Not as prominent in that episode as he would have been in other ones. Let me see if there's something else I can say without giving it away. He played a sort of less than cool character. His uncle, I believe it was, that invented the Heimlich maneuver.
Oh.
And this person in the Fame game actually has invented something called to prevent drowsy driving. It's some kind of drop product that you take that will prevent you from nodding off at the wheel. But he's been a director, he's been an actor, singer. He was a variety show guest, and one of my personal favorites. And I say that with a bit of a smile, but
Fred Grandy.
oh, another excellent guess, but no. Folks, if you're listening, you might have figured it out by now. Mike, it was a noble effort, but the answer is Anson Williams. Who played Potsy on Happy Days, and Laverne and Shirley showed up. Was also a guest played the same character in a dream sequence, I think, on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I named some of his early acting parts before he was on Happy Days, but he was also on Love American Style, playing the Potsy character several years before Happy Days actually went on.
Wow. So that's 4 shows.
Yes. So 3 other shows in addition to Happy
3.
Days.
Yeah, I see.
And there's actually footage of him singing Mac the Knife with Dolly Parton on one of Dolly Parton's shows, which you've got to see that.
Yeah.
We'll add that to the list.
That seems like a good song for him.
Yes. He sang Splish Splash on Happy Days,
Yeah.
so he did Bobby Darin. He was on game shows. Yes, Body Language is the Charades game show that was on in the 80s. He was on that a lot. And yes, I got a Golden Globe nomination. And I think that's about it. And To Get Your Blood Pumping was a reference to one of my favorite Happy Days moments, him singing the Circulation song about pumps your blood. The pumps your blood.
What did he get a Golden Globe nomination for?
It was for Happy Days.
Really?
Yeah. you know.
I don't think I knew he directed dramas.
Yeah, and Melrose Place and 90210, he was, and Charmed, yeah. He's
And Aaron
pretty
Spelling.
prolific. And I think he did some of the, one of the freeform, Secret Life of the American Teenager. I think he did multiple episodes of one of those even more recently. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he's still active as a director, but yeah, he's quite the Renaissance man.
Wow.
Anson Williams, famous, but apparently not famous enough to be guest
Well,
of the Fame Game. But some
yeah.
of those clues were a bit esoteric, I
Yeah.
will say.
they were, but I think, if I knew more of Anson Williams' career, I probably would have
Yeah, and
done better.
you now know more about Anson Williams' career.
I do.
That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
that's some interesting stuff. I'm interested in the idea of him being David Cassidy's grandson.
Yeah, that's I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
And I would like to see that. And going back to Tin Pan Alley, I'm sure
Right.
was another chance for him to do some music.
I'm sure maybe they did something together.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Oh, yeah,
Two teen idols in the same scene
yeah.
together on Fantasy Island.
And Jimmy on the Paul Lynde show.
Yeah, that I think was probably a bit part.
Oh,
I don't think it was a recurring
Yeah.
thing. I think it was just one of his earliest roles.
right.
So Love American Style would probably been right after that, I think.
Yeah.
It was a couple years before the Happy Days. So
And were pretty much all the Happy Days people on that?
in that episode,
I mean, I know it was like a
yes, Mr. C, Tom Bosley was, Ron Howard was in that episode, and Marion Ross was, Potsy was. I don't think that Donnie Most was.
okay,
Call.
and no Fonz.
Right. So that's I commend you for making it through that unscathed.
Yeah,
That could be a grueling gauntlet, but
I like this game. I feel like I won't ever do well at it, but it's educational.
yes, educational, and can win some cash and prizes maybe next time.
Yeah.
I would definitely invite you to come back and play again.
All right. I accept that invitation
That's it's a relief.
to my own house.
How gracious of you.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the Fame Game. Boy, I wish we had a jingle for that. Like a 5-part unison radio
Yes.
jingle.
And I wish Anson Williams was one of the singers in it.
Yeah. Anson Williams, Donnie Most,
Ted McGinley.
Ted McGinley, that's good. And sure,
Okay.
Fred Grandy. No.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah, we'll leave. Yeah,
No.
Fred Grandy's.
Yeah. Right. Ted McGinley's the bridge between
Yeah, okay,
the
gotcha.
two shows. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And maybe Gavin McLeod.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. That's your.
But he's a
five.
fine voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you again on another Fame Game or Pick Your Pine or Love Boat Game.
Or maybe something
A
new.
regular episode.
Yes.
Feel free to listen to those.
As long as we see.
Maybe go back and listen to our Happy Days episode.
Yes, to get some valuable context.
Anson Williams did some singing in that one.
He did. He wasn't. I don't think he was a featured solo singer, like with one musical number just for himself.
Right.
Which surprised me at the time.
Yeah.
I think.
Like he had a verse in the prison song.
Yes. Yeah. If nothing else, you can go back and I'm sure we've got a still somewhere of the elephant dance.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. That's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Join us next time for another exciting episode of Battle of the Network shows. Learn more, leave feedback, and suggest future episodes at battleofthenetworkshows.com. Follow us on Twitter at BatNetShows and like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Battle of the Network Shows.